Alright, the stream crashed, so that's great, but it seems to have uploaded. Anyway, so at the end of that stream, right there, I was just arguing against, or I was arguing for Marika and Natlan's world building being really bad due to technology. Um, so where was I? I was talking about Catherine. We don't know how his androids work, or even that they are androids. They're described as puppets. And the fact is, the first mention of puppets in the game is from the Raiden Shogun, who you know is a god. There are three puppets we know of in Genshin Impact. One of them is Raiden Shogun. The second one is Samush, who is also literally a Raiden Shogun. And the other one is Catherine. There might be more, I don't remember there being more. Um, Again, it's very much an exception to a rule, and the game deliberately draws attention to that. We don't know why Catherine is an android. At first, when it's revealed, it's a little bit of like a shock. Well, yeah, it's a shock. It's treated as an exception. Um, and from that, it's kind of implied that you may not be able to trust her anymore. And especially because she's from Snezhnaya. It's revealed at the same time, so it's treated as a big shock and revelation. It could be inferred that she was also created by the Cryo Archon, maybe. Because the only other people we've seen be able to make fucking puppets is the Electro Archon. So that's a reasonable inference to make. So again, it doesn't make sense. Natlan casually having a flying fucking gun and now a motorcycle is completely incoherent with everything else we have. Fontaine, people said Fontaine, oh yeah, has a steampunk aesthetic. Yes, it does have a steampunk aesthetic, but it's also supposed to be the most advanced nation, technologically wise. And they have fucking steampunk clockwork machines, right? If we're suddenly pulling out motorcycles, that doesn't make sense. Now you're making it so Fontaine is no longer the most advanced region. It doesn't make sense. Not to mention, Natlan is really regressive in other ways. For example, the first fucking Natlan story quest has a child being sent out to war and fucking dying. And no attention is given to that thematically. It is not treated as an, oh dear god, this is a regressive society. It is treated as a, oh shit, a character actually died in Genshin. Let's go alt for their death anyway, so it's of zero consequence. No attention is drawn to it. It's all about presentation. You could have Jessica with her gun, you could have Marika with her motorcycle, it would be fine if there was like some kind of connection with Fontaine, if there was some kind of advancement. Also, there's Kinich and his retro aesthetic. Why? I laid out the idea. I don't know if I mentioned it on stream, but like, what if Kinich was instead some inventor from Fontaine who was inventing the first actual computer or video games or something? It'd be goofy. It'd still be a really goofy idea, but Genshin is very familiar with goofy ideas, and it would work better than what he is right now, where the retro aesthetic literally comes out of nowhere. Um, some people mention Jian Yun, which again, she's a fucking like 5,000-year-old demigod. Of course, she's fucking technologically advanced. Is again part of her fucking gimmick. The entire point of Jian Yun as a character of Cloud Retainer is that she spends all of her time cooped up on Mount Aoshang, just doing her own thing. So of course she's more advanced. This is literally her whole thing. When you're first introduced to her, you first meet her by going into her little puzzle chamber domain that she has in the mountain right there. That's the first way. That's how you meet her. Um, what other examples people mentioned? I think that's it. I've gone through and I've systematically debunked all of these examples. Like, all of these things are treated as exceptions. We don't know for sure right now because she hasn't released. That's a fair thing. We must be fair. Marika has not released yet, but Chaska has. Chaska has, and so has Kanich, and both of them have been handled like dog shit. So that's already two things being handled really poorly from the technological perspective. So it's not unreasonable to infer that Mavrika is also going to handle it poorly. It's just bad world building. It is not cohesive. Some people said that Natlan is actually the most advanced, which, in one way, you're not wrong. There are more towns in Natlan than any other region, right? The problem I am immediately going to highlight, which is amazing no one else has noticed, is that there is no infrastructure. There's zero infrastructure in Natlan. This is their main central area. There's no residential here. There's nothing. This is literally just a gladiatorial arena. This is up in the mountains. Where's the farms? Can you point out a single farm to me? Can you point out a single metallurgy? Where did they make the fucking motorcycle? Where did they make the gun? The answer is fucking nowhere, because it's not even in the fucking world. Now it's a simple fucking question. Literally, you should be asking this. It's a very basic question to ask for world building and character building. Where, how, when, or was it? Who, what, when, where, why? Who, what, when, where, why? How did they get fucking guns and motorcycles? How? I think there's the law in phlogiston being the energy source, and that's it. That still doesn't explain anything else. Where did they get the metal to build it? How did they forge it? Who is qualified enough to do that? In Liyue, as bad as Liyue's housing crisis is, there's still like the mine area, which is like over here. You got how currency is made down here. Liyue does have docks and stuff which goes out. There's mines in Liyue over by the chasm. You have the Adepti doing their whole thing. You got Chenyu Vale and whatever the fuck's going on in here. In Fontaine, you've got the Research Institute. Fontaine, I do have problems with. But Fontaine at least has the Research Institute. They have the underground area. They have the harbours. Mondstadt is also fucked. Mondstadt has also got nothing going on, but at least it does have. Actually, I don't even know what it does have. I know Mondstadt is fucky, of course, because it's the first region of the game. Inazuma has the Inazuma housing crisis, but it has farms. I'm pretty sure if you do go along here, you will find the things I'm talking about. There's this whole area which used to be in use. There's plenty of broken down houses and towns and stuff around the place. There's an ancient fucking culture down here. And here. There's ships and stuff here. Sumeru, you've got this town, you've got this town. You got this town, you got leftover technology just scattered around the place. You got this town, it's the fucking place of wisdom, the goddess of knowledge. You had the Akasha. You've got merchants, you've got scholars. You've got the desert, and this desert kind of has its own thing going on. You've got the mystical side of it, I mean, Aonara and Sorash. There is no basis for any of Natlan's bullshit. None of it. None of it is based on anything. It is a random hodgepodge of ideas that they thought were cool. They're like, oh, we haven't done a motorbike lady yet. Let's make the fucking Pyro Archon. First of all, let's make her look like Himiko, because fuck it, why not? And secondly, let's give her a badass motorcycle outfit and give her a motorcycle. Doesn't make any sense? No, but it looks cool and people are brain rotted, so they will accept it. That's it, that's the justification. It is so fucking uncohesive, and that's part of why exploring it is not as fun. Because when I'm exploring the chasm in Liyue, I'm getting a little taste of Liyue's infrastructure. So I'm talking to the miners which are there and stuff, and there's quests and stuff. Um, there's all kinds of other examples in all these other nations. Granted, I have not done some of Natlan's world quests yet. I have done some of them though. There's some of them I haven't done. I doubt they shed any light or anything. Um, I mean, yet Natlan is fucking. It is literally one town, which is literally just a bunch of houses. Look, Children of Echoes, they do mine ore. They do mine ore of Children of Echoes. I'll give them that. We never really see it happening, but it's mentioned, and there is a drill there. So there is that. How do they mine in a stationary area with a stationary drill? Don't know. It doesn't make sense, but wherever it's supposed to be there, so it's more than nothing. That's it. That is literally all we have. We have a mention of tourism for people of the springs, like how that economy works. The Scions of Canopy have literally nothing. Masters of the Nightwind also. I mean, they have something like culture stuff going on in that story quest we did. That doesn't really do much though. Not to mention, of course, like the number of houses here. 1, 2, 3. Where does the population sleep? I don't know. The same problem here. You got like 2 houses, maybe 3 or 4 if you squint. In the Archon quest, it literally seems like the Scions of Canopy were wiped out. It literally seemed that all of them were dead, but no, they're fine. So I'm glad I'm not the only person that has a problem with this. I am depressed. There's still a good amount of people that are so fucking brain rotted they're going to defend this. I personally think this is the worst state Genshin's story has been in all of the time I've had with the game. I prefer Mondstadt's story, I prefer Liyue's story, I prefer Inazuma's story to Natlan's. I think Natlan is really fucked up. I do think part of it probably is the disappointment. I think if Natlan's story came before Sumeru or Fontaine's, I'd probably actually not be as angry about it. But because it's coming after it, because I know that these guys are capable of making a good story, seeing them just get brain rotted and just not even fucking try is kind of insulting and really fucking annoying. And especially because Natlan is also using some more predatory mechanics from previous regions. There's Night Soul Burst. That whole thing is all. They really want you to pull for Natlan characters. In Fontaine, they made you want to pull for characters just by making them good and like really fun. Same is true for Sumeru. They just made like good, fun characters. They introduced a new element and made it really fun and respectably strong. Um, Here in Natlan, what they've done is they added in the Night Soul mechanic and artifacts associated with it, and Night Soul bursts at the same time. And all these things scale off of how many Natlan party members you have. Which is getting a little bit more predatory. Like next patch, we have 2 5-stars in the same patch, which is it's been a long time since they've done that. So the game is getting more predatory, and the world building and story is getting worse. And so it's just a perfect cocktail to piss me off, basically. And so that's why it's pissing me off so bad. I don't mind all the kit designs and stuff, and I mean Genshin is doing 2 5 stars in a single patch once, whereas Star Rail has been doing that like for the last year, right? So Genshin is not suddenly worse than Star Rail; it is still way better than Star Rail. But I am worried. It is enough to alarm me because I think this is a quite a steep drop off in quality compared to Fontaine. Not to mention, like, just like compare the functionality of these two artifact sets to the functionality of these artifact sets, right? They're not awful, but like they are way more restricted. They are way more restricted than Marishose and Golden Trooper. A lot, well, not a lot, but quite a few characters have the skills just in their kit to use Marasasi. They do. You could use Marasasi on literally any like Dendro team, or maybe not Hyper Bloom, but you could use Marasasi on a Burgeon or Bloom team, right? And you can use the self damage to gain your stacks. You can use Farina. You can also just use a character's kit. Nervlet, Linny, Rivesly, Lynette. Um, Obviously, don't use a shielder and just allow yourself to take damage. Uh, it is far less exploitative and predatory, whereas uh, both of these artifact sets can only be used by netline characters. This one can strictly only be used by netline characters. This one has a very shitty effect if you're not using a netline character. It's getting more predatory. It's getting more predatory, the story is getting worse, the world building is getting worse. I'm not happy, and other people shouldn't be either. And again, I think people don't understand. People criticize a game because they want it to succeed. They want it to be better than it is, so we can actually feel right about actually promoting the game. So surprisingly, when you treat your player base like actual customers, like people you actually care about, you do better. And I respect you, and I want your game to succeed. And so I will promote it to other people. I will spend more money on it. Warframe has motherfucking survived since. Warframe survived for more than a fucking decade just on goodwill from the player base to the developers. Right? The Warframe devs are just that fucking awesome. But just based on how nice they are, the, the players have been continually willing to keep the game afloat. Right? Like, imagine a Genshin Impact where the Genshin dev team was as great as DE are. Obviously, DE has plenty of shortcomings. I've talked about that plenty. But imagine if they were actually like as nice as DE were. Imagine that fucking timeline. Imagine the timeline where DE actually got to partner up with Epic Games as they originally intended to. It'd be a very interesting world. Oh well, this is one we got. I don't want Genshin Impact to get worse because I like this game and I want it to do good. If they push it too far, I may no longer like the game and I may no longer want it to do good. Even Star Rail, I still want Star Rail to do good. So although I will constantly have a fit about Star Rail, you will still see me constantly. You'll always hear me talking about how Star Rail has so many good ideas, which is why it irks me. Um. Anyway, It's like half an hour of me yapping. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna stream for like another half hour, maybe a full hour. And I'm going to continue just looking for chests. I'm gonna shut up now.
お前の勇気を見せてみた。
お披露目だ。役払い。
お前の
受け取るといい。コホン、僕が許そう。渚のリンク。はい。僕を支えよう。光り輝くがいい。私のお家にいらっしゃい。しっかり立ってな。おとなしくしな。行こう。両弦の蝶。
Oh yeah, real quick. Some people say Marika is from ancient times, and so if technology back then was more advanced, then she just has it. She has her motorbike because she was back there, so she still has the advanced technology. That doesn't work because part of the point of Karia is that all the Karians are fucking dead, except for Dainsleif. Uh, they're all dead. They are all gone, right? Because of that, there's no one around to replicate their technology. Um, if Marika did carry her motorbike on as like a technology from ancient times, then then she would have been able to have it be mass produced. And it would not be a technology from ancient times, it would just be the modern technology. Unless she wanted to keep it for herself, in which case that's kind of questionable. But no, that doesn't logically follow either. So the thing which irks me is that all these arguments for Marika and the world building being fine are literally just objectively wrong. They're objectively wrong. It is brain rot to defend it. So annoying.
ヒルチャールのお兄さんが病気に。
Also, am I correct in thinking previous regions had like more meaningful coli? Previous regions like coli, you actually had to work for them. But I feel like in Natlan, to an extent, Sumer and Fontaine as well. Just gonna get them for free. Was one of the things with Natlan was since Sumer you get a lot more per like per region, and so I'm fine with it being a little bit less brainless to keep getting more. But I think it's going a little bit too far. I don't remember having much of a problem with them in Sumeria or Fontaine. Fontaine has some really fun gimmick ones. There's some of them in Fontaine where like they're way up in the sky, and so you have to find one of those water portals first.
手をつなぎましょう。僕をたたえよう。世界を熱狂の渦に。全部丸見えね。これこそが知恵の伝だ。光あらたき派は任せるよ。なに行こうか。おい、いってらっしゃい。痛くしちゃう。お披露目だ。サッパどれだ。役割君に捧げよう。みょんみょんみょん。つなぎましょう。私を怒らせてよっ。土に埋めたら宝箱が立つ。 はい。じゃじゃーん。私を。行こう。おい。おい。表現の超。おい。覚えたわよ。せい、これ。ケーキに乗ったお帰りまく。しっかり立ってな。手をつなぎましょう。やっやっ。うわい。役払い。君に捧げよう。 ってな。おい。どれどれ、何が入ってるかな。イルチャールのお兄さんが病気になった。イルチャール。行こう。 お客さんが1人、2人、3人。
I'm considering trying Kokomi on this team instead of Kuki. Thing is, Kuki is really comfortable, of course, on this team, and does do a respectable bit of damage, but I think Kokomi could be better. Because with Kokomi, we will likely be able to actually vaporize with Hu Tao more often, and instead of getting Hyper Blooms, we'll get Burgeons. And Burgeons won't be that bad, because Hu Tao will still be doing the Burgeons at like 600 EM. And 600 EM with Nahida C2 is still pretty good. That on top of her regular vaporize damage, that should be pretty respectable, I would have thought.
ご安心を。全部丸見えね。ご安心を。おい、よっ、行く。 部丸見えね。お披露目だ。ご安心を。手をつなぎましょう。ご助力を。ご安心を。みょみょみょみょん。さいな。全部丸。じゃじゃーん。歌え、僕の名も。どれどれ。お披露目だ。ご助力を。おいっ。おいっ。せいほっほっはっ。ソーランの憩い。
私の合図を見てからこう。 な。
よっほっ行こうやっほよっほいほっあったりーにょっはあひゃ
渚のリン
ふむ 何が入ってるかな。やっほー。土に埋めたら宝箱がたくさん入るかも。手をつなぎましょう。
欲張れ。
さよなら。やっよっ、やめてくれ。それ、もう広めな。
渚のリング。
熱い。行こ全部丸見えね。
欲張れ。
上限の超。おい、パーよっ。 取りなさい。
私を
おいよっぱケーキに乗った王冠のように予想外のサプライズだね。痛くしちゃうかも。
しっかり立ってな。
おいおっ手をつなぎましょう。
よっ頑張れ。
ヤッホーおったおい
渚のリン
僕をたたえよ。はびこりな、じゃじゃーん。
しっかり立ってな。
よっおいほう。どれどれ何が入ってるかな。 こ。この童貞童貞につ